Hello, beautiful soul. Thank you for tuning in to Back to the Heart. If you are loving these conversations about healing, mindset, and manifesting transformation, make sure to follow the show right now so you never miss an episode. And while you're here, tap that star or heart and share this episode with someone who's ready to come back to their heart too. And if you want daily inspiration, behind the scenes moments, and a peek into my world, come hang out with me on Instagram at back2, love me. All right, take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's dive in. Hello, my name is Amanda, and welcome to Back to the Heart, a podcast for self-discovery, healing, and embracing true freedom. And I invite you to join me as we embark on a transformative journey back to your heart, where we get to choose love over fear. Stop saying, "I'm sorry." Okay. Now that I have your attention, let's all take a slow, deep breath. Let's count to 4. Ready? 1. Hold for 4. And out for 4. And again. How many times do you say, "I'm sorry"? I've been hearing this word a lot, and I want to create this podcast for you guys because our words are so powerful. Abracadabra, with my words I create. Everything is a spell. The words that we're saying are important. So I want to bring this to everyone's attention of how many times are you saying, "I'm sorry"? I keep hearing this recently. "Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your call." Okay. "I'm sorry, I bumped into you at the grocery store. We're both on the same aisle." It starts with your language. Everybody just say the words, say out loud now, "I'm sorry." What do you feel in your body whenever you say, "I'm sorry"? What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Whenever you say the words, "I'm sorry," what is it that you're actually saying here? How many times are you saying, "I'm sorry"? And it's truly applicable. Because when you say the words, "I'm sorry," what does it mean when you say the words, "I'm sorry"? Because whenever I hear the words, "I'm sorry," it's indicating that an apology is being given and it's taking ownership of something that has happened or experienced or something connected to the ownership of that person that's saying, "I'm sorry." Correct? So whenever you're saying, "I'm sorry," and you haven't done anything, you're not even connected to what's happening. Why are you sorry? How about this? Your friend calls and they just hit a deer with their car. Totaled the car, right? Obviously, unexpected, all the different things, as you can imagine, that happen after you hit a deer with your car. And the immediate response is, "Oh, I'm sorry." What? How about we rephrase and you say, instead of saying, "I'm sorry," what if we said, "That sucks"? Because whenever we say the words, "I'm sorry," Do you know what we're feeling? Guilt, burden, pain, maybe. If somebody's experiencing some pain, oh, I've been sick. I can't get over this cough. I've had this cough for the last 3 weeks. And you say, I'm sorry. No, that sucks. You're not sorry. You can empathize with someone's feelings, but stop saying, I'm sorry. Because what you're doing, every single time you say this, you are creating doubt in yourself. You are identifying yourself as the one who did something wrong. You're taking blame or fault for nothing. Nothing. Stop saying, I'm sorry. The words I am are so incredibly powerful. Anytime and every time you use I am, you are telling yourself that you want to become that. You focus on what it is that you want. Think about what is the I ams that you are telling yourself, because your reticular activating system is looking for the patterns in our everyday filtration system. So what you focus on is what you're going to receive. So if you're telling yourself, you're telling your reticular activating system every day, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Stop saying, I'm sorry. And save the apologies for when they're actually applicable. Because yes, there is a time for apologies. This is where you can say, I apologize. And you mean it from the heart. And you're taking ownership. So when you say, I'm sorry, your mind is looking to confirm it. If you say, I'm stupid, your mind will find confirmation of it. Don't even say these things in a joking manner. Don't say this, oh, I'm so stupid. I did that. And let me tell you, it will affect you. Stop saying these things. Focus on what you do want. Where your energy goes, that's where your energy flows. I'm tired. How many times are you guys saying that? I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. How about you say this? Instead of saying, I'm tired, say, I'm currently feeling tired. Currently. It's not that you are, because when you say, I am tired. I'm depressed. You're taking this identity, this ownership. Have you guys heard the I am that I am? It's kind of a big deal. So when you're saying these words, you are identifying with that persona. So what are you going to keep getting? More of that. So if you don't want to be tired all the time, if you're sick and tired of being sick and fucking tired, stop saying it. Reframe this. And this isn't about toxic positivity or just saying good words. This is about being conscious of the words that you're using. I'm currently feeling tired. That's okay. I'm currently feeling that. Listening to our bodies is peak in all of this. I'm not creative. I said that to myself for a while. And you know what I was? Not creative. I was constantly comparing myself to other people and saying, oh, I'm just not creative like that. And you know what? I was not creative. Your mind will help you confirm it. Believe me, this is why we pay attention to the words. And this is the other key here. We get so caught up in what we think other people are saying. But what is the most important is what we're saying to ourselves silently. No one is even hearing it except for us. And that's the most important. We're worried about them. But the reality is, how many times has somebody out there told you something and you immediately denied it? This is the other thing I wanted to share. This is so fun. Think about the last time you got a compliment. Somebody says, I love what you're doing with your hair. And the immediate response is, oh, well, it's not that great, but I love your sweater. What? Just receive the compliment. Take a breath and count to 3 and receive it. Other people will say things about us and give us compliments, say things to us, but we still don't believe it. Believe me. Say, believe me. I'm saying things to you now, and you're still not necessarily believing it, because you have to believe it and you have to feel it for yourself. It doesn't matter what I tell you. You have to believe it. Have you guys ever felt a time when somebody's told you something and you didn't believe it? So it doesn't matter what they say. If you don't believe it, look at Michael Jackson. How many people loved him, and we hear about him and the way he felt about himself inside, and so many people that everybody loves and have these lives that we think, wow, that sounds amazing. And they still had something inside of them that was missing. So that's why it's so important for the words that we're saying to ourselves. So when you're identifying yourself with the I am, what energy comes out of it after you say it? If you started thinking about how many times you say, I'm sorry. If you're one of those people that now you're thinking about it, you say it a lot. You say it in times that it's not applicable. Here's my guess. You've been in a relationship, or currently are in a relationship, where you've been with someone who never seemed to take ownership of anything and never apologized. So then you over-apologize to try to get them to apologize, and it never works. So now, out of defense, you overcompensate and you take blame for fucking everything. So what do you attract more? More sorriness, more victimness, more suckness, more that sucks energy, the I'm sorries, the guilt, the ick. That's not yours, but you're taking it. For what? You gotta let that stuff go. Highly recommended breath work, moving your body, shaking it out, shaking it off, wiping it off. Shake off that energy. I also bet that you also have a hard time trusting other people. Right? Are you attracting people that you have a hard time trusting? Because of the experience, right, of people not being sorry and not taking ownership. So now you're attracting more of that because you're saying I'm sorry out of your defense mechanism, like I just said, yeah. So now you're attracting more sorriness, and I wouldn't trust anyone if I was that sorry either, because you're not trusting yourself. That's why you can't trust other people. It's a reflection. That's the mirror. That's where we get to learn. So the words, I'm sorry, are meaningless. Even if those people had said, I'm sorry, that you always wanted to say, I'm sorry before, now, because you say those words all the time, they don't even hold the same weight if you heard them. You don't feel it because you're saying them with such disrespect and disregard. I apologize is much more powerful. It shows action and ownership. Save your sorries for when it's truly applicable to I apologize. And stop feeling sorry for yourself. Let that one soak in. Stop feeling so damn sorry for yourself. And when you do this, you'll learn to trust yourself. Because when you're not saying I'm sorry all the time, there's a lot more capacity for you to start loving yourself again. Filling yourselves with these I ams that are actual and true, not the sorries, not the what I'm afraid of, not the what I don't want, but the things I really do focus on. There's one more thing that I want to add here, especially for my people pleasers, my perfectionists, my chronic overfunctioners. If you're someone who always says, I'm sorry, here's the truth you may not love. Most of the time, you aren't apologizing. You're trying to control the room. You're trying to avoid conflict. You're trying to soften energy. You're trying to regulate other people's nervous systems because no one ever helped you regulate your own. That's why you apologize for everything. But it's not a weakness. It's hypervigilance. It's survival. It's a learned habit. And it is exhausting. So when you stop over apologizing, you stop carrying the emotional load of the whole room. You stop shrinking. You stop managing other people's perceptions. And you finally begin to trust yourself again. And that's why this matters so much. This is the story work. This is self-leadership. This is liberation. So take the next 7 days. Hell, just start with 24 hours. And notice every time you say, I'm sorry. And I don't want you to beat yourself up here. Again, we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on the awareness. So we're going to celebrate it, okay? So this is not a kind of task. This is an awareness. What are we doing here? We are becoming aware for the next 7 days. Start out with day 1. And notice how many times you say, I'm sorry. And then just take a moment, if you notice, and say, I noticed I said it. Is it applicable? Yes or no? And now you're aware. Was it? Was it not? Just become aware of it. Give it 24 hours. If you really want to go for it, jump in for a 7-day challenge. Come back, comment on the show notes. Let me know what you think. Send me a message on Instagram. I'd love for you to follow me there. Like and share this will be absolutely fantastic. I want to continue to share this message. And as I'm growing and sharing this message of the language shifts, I'm so excited about it. And I would love for you guys to share this with a friend. If this impacted you, when you learn to trust yourself, you learn to trust others. And that's why when you get back to your heart, that's where your true power lives. I'm recording part 2 of this episode 2 weeks after I recorded the first part. And it is even more relevant now that I extend this conversation around the words and saying the words to someone. And I'm not even going to say it anymore because I'm letting it go completely. But the words I am, and then SORRY. So here's why I will not say I'm sorry. Because here's where I am seeing this energy. Let's practice. I'm going to tell you the next story, and I want you to think about what your response is going to be as I am telling you this story. And it cannot be I'm SORRY. Yesterday, my sweet baby boy, Stefan, completed his mission. And it caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. I don't know that anyone's ever really ready for the babies to complete their mission. I've been doing quite a bit of writing over the last 24 hours since this happened, completely unexpectedly, that his mission would be complete yesterday. So there have been a lot of emotions, and I have still more that I'm working through, but I have a plan that I know is helping me already to get through this time of deep, deep sadness. But I tell you this, and what is your response? And as I said, it cannot be those words, I am, SORRY. So what is your response? And here's why I don't want to say those words to you or to anyone else. And here's why I no longer want to hear those words from you. And I especially do not want to hear those words from you in this moment of sadness as I am working through this moment that I know I am allowed to have my space to feel the sadness. So here's what I am doing. I am celebrating magical moments that I had with Stefan. The love that I received from Stefan. The lessons that I learned through Stefan. The mirrors in his personality to mine. And all of the things that I learned and moments that I shared with him. I am grateful for all of those. And I love all of those. And if you want to give me anything after I share this story with you, send me love and gratitude that I have had the opportunity to make this beautiful soul connection in my life, to experience this relationship with him has just been incredible. I'm just incredibly grateful for the connection and the love and just all of the beautiful memories that I have with him and the messages that he is still sending me, the healing that he did for me, the space that he provided for me. So no, I don't want your I'm SORRY, because what's happening is now you're feeling that emotion, which is gross. Who wants to feel that? Who wants to identify as that? No one, right? And I don't want you casting it on me either and pointing it at me, because that's not how I feel. You may feel that way. You keep that over there, but I'm highly suggesting that you change that internal dialogue for yourself and don't say that. Because remember, if those words come to your mind, think, do I apologize for what has happened? Is this something that I need to take ownership of? Then I'm taking action in the apology. No more sorries. No more sorries. No. Because I don't want to be sorry. You don't want to be sorry. Send me love and gratitude that I've had this connection with Stefan. And I'm grateful that I have the tools and the resources to know how to get through this process without a continued loop of pain. And I can help you too. If you have experienced something like this, you have someone else around you that is going through this, I'm here for you, and I have a process. I have tools now that I know help, and I'm in process, and I know that because I'm using them myself. I've used them already, and I continue to use them. So if you want help getting through a release, we're not going to say the LOSS word either, because it's not. I'm not at a loss. I'm at a win. I am accepting that Stefan's mission is complete, and I'm cherishing those moments. I haven't lost anything. I've only gained. So remember those words. Choose your words wisely. Start liberating yourself. Start loving yourself. Focus on what you do want. And notice whenever you say these words, and again, just stop and acknowledge it and say, oh, okay. Do I apologize here? Okay. Yes, no, maybe. Nope. There's no maybe. It's yes or no. Is this an apology here? No. Okay. What could I say instead? I'm so grateful that Stefan chose to be part of my plan and to be part of my journey and to be there for me in so many ways that he has been. Thank you, Stefan. I dedicate this episode to you, sweet baby boy. If this conversation is lighting something up in you, if you are feeling that pull to go deeper, I want to invite you into my coaching space. Whether you are just starting to untangle old stories or you are ready to fully embody your next level, your quantum leap, I offer one-on-one sessions or a transformational 4-pack designed to help you shift fast and with real support. My coaching blends nervous system work, breath work, and story alchemy. So you're not just learning, you are living your breakthroughs. You can book a free 30-minute intro call to see if it's the right fit for you. Email me at back2loveme@gmail.com. That's backtotheheart@gmail.com, or find the link in the show notes below. Let's get you back to the heart, because that is where your power lives.